right, guys, I'm back. And you're not going to believe this. I think you see the headlines here. Shedeur Sanders shocked NFL fans. He has the third best selling jersey right now. He has the third best selling jersey right now. Number one is Travis Hunter. Number two is Cam Ward. Number three is Shedeur Sanders. Number four is Ashton Genty. And number five is T. McMillan. Those are the top five jerseys right now. That should have been the draft. That should have been the draft right there. Travis Hunter number one, or Cam Ward number one, or Travis Hunter number two, Shedeur Sanders, Ashton Genty, and T. McMillan. Now, again, for those that's coming in, Shedeur Sanders is in the top five of jersey sales right now. So he's already made his team money. Travis Hunter is number one. Cam Ward is number two. Shedeur Sanders is number three. Ashton Genty is number four. And T. McMillan is number five. It says, notably, Shedeur Sanders, despite being a 5th-round pick, 144th overall, but to the Cleveland Browns, ranks third in jersey sales. His popularity has bolstered by a dedicated fan base and a merchandise boycott movement supporting him directly. For those interested in purchase these jerseys, well, they got the website. Now, here's the thing. There is a boycott we're discussing. But when I was having like this roundtable conversation, or this like internet, like this little conversation we had on the internet, I said we don't need to buy any jerseys, period, or go to any games, period. But as you see, he has a huge fan base. Being that he has such a huge fan base, he is third in jersey sales right now. That's how important he is. Now, I know his dream is to play in the NFL. That's his dream. That's what he worked hard for. But the reality of it is, a lot of NFL teams, they were against him. And on top of that, Jerry Jones, who was big on Prime and stuff like that, he didn't even take him. I think he was thinking that he didn't need a quarterback. Obviously, he don't. He paid Dak a lot of money. And then he had some other areas that he had to, he had some other positions he had to fill. So I get that. But isn't this, we knew this was going to happen. We knew that he was going to be third in jersey sales. It makes sense that Travis Hunter is number one because, there's a lot of talk about Travis Hunter. He just as popular as Shedeur on social media. He has a Twitch. Travis is a gamer. So he worked hard to build his social media up. So these guys are just picking up where they left off from college. Travis come to the Jaguars with his fan base already. Okay. So he's already bringing something. He's bringing a lot more to the table than just sports, than just his athletic ability. He's bringing the business to the table. He's very marketable. He knows how to articulate himself. Shedeur as well. They bring more to the table than the average football player. They embrace social media. A lot of other players embrace social media as well, but not quite like how Travis and Shedeur did. because of the help with Coach Prime and how they have it set up over there with the camera and everything. This is all very important. So they bring a lot more to the table, even though they have their athletic prowess, excuse me. But that's why Travis is number one and Shedeur is number three. Cam Ward, just because he's very popular too, by way of well-off media. By way of well-off media. Make no mistakes about it. Okay? It was because of well-off media is why he's so popular. Yes. That's the reason. That's the reason, folks. That's the reason why he's so popular. Because of those well-off media. You wouldn't be checking for Cam Ward right now if he wasn't working out with Shedeur. You wouldn't. You wouldn't even know who he is. But a lot of you that support Coach Prime, by default, you supporting Cam Ward as well, because he's with select QBs with Darryl. Not taking nothing away from Cam Ward, because Cam Ward is really good. So we're not hating on Cam Ward, but what I'm saying is he's second in jersey sales. Why? A part of it is because he was the number one pick. So a lot of people they're gravitating towards him because he was the number one pick. But prior to that, he had a lot of fanfare as well. He was featured in these videos. A lot of people watch these videos. Go look at Bucky's numbers. So they bring a lot to the table, these three gentlemen, Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, and Shedeur Sanders. And it's crazy. He was drafted in the 5th round. He wasn't supposed, just to let you know, he wasn't supposed to be drafted in the 5th round. That's why he's third in jersey sales, because he has popularity and he has the skills to pay the bills as well. He wasn't supposed to go in the 5th round. We know now why he went in the 5th round is because of the owners. Now Tom Brady he is livid right now on what Skip Bayless did, because Skip Bayless is not staying on code. And Tom Brady is straight livid right now because Skip Bayless didn't stay on code. Okay? Stephen A. Smith didn't stay on code. I'm surprised at these gentlemen. Especially I'm surprised at Stephen A. Smith for him to come out and have Shadeur's back, because somewhere in his DNA he know that this is wrong. Even though he got to do what he got to do to keep his bread. If that means throw people under the bus, he got to do what he got to do. But he didn't do it this time because something is just telling him this is all 100% wrong. That kid walked into the Cleveland Browns facility with the aura and the energy as the QB1. Even though we know QB2 Flacco, if he even signed. If he do sign, he probably is going to sign. He's a free agent. He is their quarterback. He can start right now for the Browns and be just fine. See, one thing that a lot of people don't like, they don't like the fact that he just got robbed in front of us. A lot of people don't like that. See, a lot of people are waking up. The reason why a lot of people are waking up because of the times we're in right now. You know what I'm saying? And even though football is something that it's our outlet. Like, football is not that serious. It's about football though, because if it was about football, they would be talking about his skills. This is not about football. This is about what they can do to us at any given fucking time. They can do whatever they want to do with us. Okay? And when I say us, I'm talking about the elites and the rest of the other people. That's what I'm talking about. Because if you're not in the 1 percentile, the elites, okay, these oligarchs, you're just like everybody else, but you don't know it because they lied to you. You're just like everybody else, even though most of you are in the 90% devils, like I said before, until you train your mind not to be a devil. Okay? You have to retrain your mind. Now, Bucky had just shared something on his Instagram about how when Tiger Woods was coming up, right, when he first started getting into golf, he was interviewing with somebody. And Tiger said, I want to be this, I want to be great, I want to do this. And the guy was like, um, isn't that a little far-fetched? And had this scowl on his face because he's a devil. Because he know Tiger was great. He was trying to put out his fire. He was trying to put out that kid's light by speaking hate and talking about Tiger went on to win every major. And you know the crazy thing is, golf still needs him. He don't need golf. Because quite frankly, I'm not checking for golf no more because Tiger's not playing. I'm not checking for golf. I'm not checking for tennis either, unless they're Sister Williams retired. The Williams sisters retired. The only one I'm checking for is the other one, the young one. You know, she's half Asian and she's highly melanated, but she half Asian. If I'm not checking for her, I'm not checking for nothing. Okay? We dominated tennis. Okay? And that's the fact of the matter. So he shared that video of the guy. I forget the guy that was talking, white dude. You know, the devil that was talking to Tiger Woods. Oh, you should have saw the scowl on his face when Tiger was talking about how great he want to be. And Bucky said in the caption, "Doesn't this?" He said, "This looks familiar." Oh yeah, let me tell you, Bucky is right. It is familiar. It is familiar. They want to put out this kid. Like, do you realize that the NFL they blackballed Shedeur? See, y'all don't realize it. That's why I'm going so hard on it. They blackballed him. Bucky knows it. They blackballed him. He may not have a career. They blackballed him. They did the same thing to Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. Okay. Now we talk. Y'all know Curry, right? Didn't I just say everything has been done under the sun? You know how Steph Curry is playing right now, shooting the lights out. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was doing the same thing. He was doing the same thing, but you don't know who he is because they cut his career, and not really that they cut his career short. They didn't cut his career short, but you don't hear about him. You don't hear about how great Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was. You don't hear about it because during the national anthem he was praying. He didn't want to salute the flag. He was kind of like Colin Kaepernick before Colin Kaepernick. What Curry is doing has been done already. He was shooting the lights out, even though he wasn't quite doing it how Curry was doing it because Curry used to shoot from anywhere. Back in the day, you couldn't really do that, but he could do it. Curry, no, because his dad was playing at the time. So Curry was there. He know exactly. That's where he got it from. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf and his father. That's where he learned. That's how he learned how to shoot. So it's been done. But what's been done is when Bucky shared that video with young Tiger Woods, you know, talking about how great he wanted to be, and this white devil was sitting there um, trying to deter him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put something in his head that he's not great because by birthright he think he's better, and he know he's not better. See, they know they're not better. They know they're not better. They want you to think that you're lesser than. There's no such thing as a goddamn minority. You know how they call us minority? There's no such thing. We're the majority in this fucking world. We're the majority. Ain't nothing minor about us. We're not the minority. But they wanted you to think that. So this kid. Let me just stop. Let me just stop. He got the third highest jersey sales. You know what that means? That means he's very, very popular. So guess what? For the Cleveland Browns, I'm telling you guys, this is why they're pissed. This is why Bucky and them feeling certain. They blackballed him. He's been blackballed. But see, I think they felt for the NFL to save face, they had to draft him to save face. But they blackballed this kid. This kid may get cut in training camp. And if he gets cut in training camp and another team don't pick him up, their reason is going to be he just didn't cut the mustard. That's the situation he's in right now. Even though he got the highest jersey sales, but I think what's going to happen is they're going to have to save face they can't cut him because the fans is going to say something. And if they start losing, something's going to happen. So I don't think they can quite cut him, but he's in danger of getting cut, though. Now, if he start at quarterback and they still losing, it's not his fault. They suck anyway. They say that's where quarterbacks go to die. They suck anyway. The team sucks. I already talked about before earlier that the players are supporting him. They said we're glad to have him here. We, just do you, be yourself. It's just these devils for him, and these devils as owners. That's the problem. So they said there's a few things that has transpired, but it's already transpired with But I'm going to watch Archie. I'm going to. His grandfather is going to be black. I can't wait. I can't wait. His grandfather, you don't hear about him right now. You don't hear about Arch Manning right now. Archie, you don't hear about him right now. When his grandson goes to get drafted, you're going to hear him start talking. I promise you this. He did it with Peyton Manning. He did it with Eli Manning. And he's going to do it with his grandson. You draft his grandson to the Browns if you want to. Try it. I promise you he's not going there. I promise you that. He'll just send him back to Texas. The Cleveland Browns will not even try to touch Arch Manning. Okay? And I will be here when he get drafted to come back and say, how come you guys didn't drop Arch Manning to the 5th round? Because he's white. That's why. That's why. And I'm going to be brutally honest and just piss these devils off at any time now. I'm going to piss them off because that's the reason. I'm not calling him a devil. He just got privilege. It ain't his fault. But Archie not going to get dropped to the 5th round. He's not going to do that. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe these new owners might do it. We'll see. But let's see if they're going to stand on it, how they live it, and see if they drop that kid to the 5th round. Because his grandfather is not going to let his grandson go to the Browns. I promise you this. Or the Jets. It's not happening. If he had it his way, his son will go to the Giants. His grandson will go to the Giants. So pretty much it's going to be dictated on where his grandfather want him to go, is where he's going to go. So like I said again, if you're not in the 90% and I call you a devil, okay, I'm not referring to you. I'm not referring to you. There are more hateful people in this world than not. Okay, it's not balance. It's not balance. So he got the 3rd highest jersey sale. How about that? Shedeur, how about that? Cleveland Browns. Travis Hunter, wide receiver, cornerback, Jaguars. Cam Ward, quarterback, Titans. Shedeur Sanders, quarterback, Browns. Ashton Genty, running back, Raiders. T. McMillan, wide receiver, Panthers. It was just because of the owners. It's just the owners hating. That's what it was. And you know the crazy thing is, I'm so woke, right? I don't even like it. I have to just get along to watch football because I don't want to support these billionaires. I don't, because they get the most money. Okay, they get the most money. You think the players do? No, 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 no. The owners are getting the most money. They're getting a lot of money. compared in the grand scheme of things, these players are getting pennies, believe it or not, in the grand scheme of things. And actually, no, some of these players are not getting peanuts. They're getting pretty good money. They are. And I think they have what they want. They want to reassure their control. Because, we only been getting money since my lifetime. Did you know that? Since my lifetime, because we were getting money before, during segregation. We were getting money, but they ruined it when they desegregated. You know how they say the Black Wall Streets and stuff? No, there was several Black Wall Streets. I'm actually in one of them. Is Richmond, Virginia. They had a Wall Street. Remember, Madam T.J. Walker? Madam C.J. Well, they had a lot of black. Well, she was one of them. Actually, they called it Millionaires Row, where she lived at. So we had a lot of Black Wall Streets, but they ruined them. They ruined them and desegregated us. Okay, because they wanted our money. So, but what happened was, since that right there, it kind of just destroyed what we were doing. So within the past 40 years, we've been inching back up again. We've been inching back up. Now, here lately, we're still inching back up. We're getting to the point now where more than a handful of us are getting a lot of money. It was just more than a handful now. Remember, before it was just a handful. But now it's a lot. I'm talking about not just sports. I'm talking about in business world, the people that you don't hear about. There's a lot of people getting money out here and doing it independently. And will there be something to derail that? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's going to be something to derail that situation. But they still want to hold on to their power in this world. They want to. They're losing it, though. They're going to lose it. But they're still trying to hold on. But yeah, I'm not watching football. To be honest with you, I'm not going to watch it, yo. I'm not. I watch the highlights to check out Travis in for the highlights. I'm not watching a full game, yo. I'm not doing it. I'm not supporting him ever again. Only thing I'm going to watch is what Coach Prime is doing at Colorado. And if he finally retires, I'm never watching football again. Now, I don't watch TV as it is. I don't watch TV. The only time I watch TV was during the draft when Coach Prime and them is playing, and that's it. That's the only time I watch TV. I don't watch TV other than that. I'm outside. And when you do that, you reprogram your mind from this social media. And you actually feel better when you do it. And it's crazy because I am online doing content, but what I'm saying is after that, I don't watch TV or anything. So the only time I watched TV, like I said, it was during that draft. And I watched the whole draft, so they got me this time. They got me because I watched the whole thing. I have never watched the whole draft. Maybe 20 picks in the first round, 24, and I'm done. And I'll just wait to see whoever got drafted. This time we watched the whole thing all the way to the last pick. Remember when Shiloh was on Twitch? When Shiloh was on Twitch. And here's the NFL juicing it. Even though they fucking him over, they juiced him because when he got picked by the Browns, they had all the cameras in a popping circumstance on stage. That normally don't happen for a later pick like that. But they know he's super popular. I don't care about a Super Bowl. I'm being honest with you. Like once I became woke, none of this stuff excites me no more. I don't care about no Super Bowl. What's the big deal? Okay, you won a Super Bowl. Okay, the owners got a Super Bowl. Fuck it. Like I don't like. What is that gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? They got a Super Bowl. The halftime thing sucks. It sucks anyway. I've seen the best halftimes in my life already. I don't need to see no more because now they suck compared to the ones I saw. Nobody's beat Michael Jackson. Nobody's beating Prince. Okay, so I've seen them all already. Usher's was pretty good. Like I said, I've seen them all already. Michael, and Prince and them had the best one. Other than that, I don't want to see no more. So I'm done. I don't watch the NBA. I don't watch the NBA. I can't tell you the superstar and that. I only seen highlights of the dude in that went to the Lakers. I swear to you, I've never seen him play before. Never. Because I don't care to watch him. I don't even know how good he is. And I don't care. You know what I'm saying? The only time I did watch basketball is when the Dream Team was at the Olympics. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And then I watched Sudan play when Sudan was playing. If the United States and Sudan wasn't playing, I wasn't watching it. You know what I'm saying? I just can't watch that stuff no more, man. I just can't because I don't. You know why? You know what? You know it was the same thing that happened with Shedeur. You know why I stopped watching basketball? For what happened to it happened in Madison Square Garden. What happened to Charles Oakley? What that owner did to Charles Oakley? I said this fucking devil. I said it then. I would never watch the NBA again. I don't watch it. I don't know the superstars in the NBA. I don't. Only one I know is LeBron and the usual suspects. The other people I've never seen them play before. Never. Not even college. The only time that's why I said I had stopped watching football. The only reason why I started watching football again is because Coach Prime went to Jackson State. I had said it before. I said it was a whole 10-year period where I wasn't watching football. There's people that has retired I've never seen play before. Because it's been a whole 10 years I didn't watch them. Didn't go to the games or anything. I don't support these devils. I don't. And the only reason why I halfway wanted to watch the NFL is because of Shedeur and Travis and Cam and a few others. I like the quarterback from Alabama. I want to see that brother do well. Ashton Genty. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's Shedeur and his brother. That's the only reason why I was watching it. So yeah. So the discussion we was having was like, can we support them? And I said, no, if we support them, we indirectly supporting these billionaires. So I say we don't go to games, period. At all. At all. But like it's not gonna happen. I had said it's not gonna happen. It's not enough of us on the same. It's not enough of us that are on code. It's not enough of us. They're on code though. 'Cause they all got on code to make Dion look bad. They all got on code for that. But we can't get on code. You know what I'm saying? To make right what happened to this kid. Listen, this kid lost $50 million, man. That's nothing to sneeze at. For nothing. Sure, he said, whoever picked me, you got to be ready to change the culture to winning. Because wherever I go, I win. He's not lying. He wants to go there and win. But what I'm trying to tell him is every organization is not about winning. They just about having the prestige of having a team. They got the prestige of owning a team. That's it. If they win, they win. But I believe it's rigged anyway. But anyway, so moving to Tom Brady, I heard he's pissed off because Skip Bayless is not on code right now. Shout out to Skip Bayless, man. He's like not on code right now. He really fucks with Dion. He really fucks with Coach Prime, man. He really does. He really fucks with him, yo. That's how you know who really fucks with you. He really fucks with him. Shannon really fucks with him, even though Shannon said he don't fuck with him. Remember the text message came out, he don't fuck with Dion like that. But he does though. He really does, because he didn't have to have his back. Now, Chris Carter don't fuck with him. He don't. Because he's blaming it all on them. Well, this is a system and this and that and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I get that, Chris. I get that. But how come it didn't happen for Arch Manning? How come they didn't do that to Arch when Eli? Because they could have either said, man, fuck Archie Manning. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have Eli go where we want him to go. The hell with what his father's saying. But they didn't do that. They sent his son right on to the Giants like he wanted. So yes, Chris, I get what you're saying. Maybe Coach Prime shouldn't have said there's some certain place he don't want his kid to go. I get that. I get it. But if they had did the same thing to Archie Manning, then I would have been okay with what they did with Prime. I would have been okay with it. I'm like, okay, he did say some things, but I'm not okay with it because it's not fair. Because they should have did it with. Now look, I'm telling you right now. See, this is how funny the universe works. Arch Manning, he's going to be in the league either the next draft or the draft before it after that. He's either going to be in this draft coming up, next year's draft, or the draft with Jordan Seaton. Okay, next year is Caleb Downs' draft, or it could be Caleb Down and Archie Manning because they're going to go 1 and 2. Or the next year after that, it'll be definitely Arch Manning and Jordan Seaton's draft. But next year it's Caleb Downs, Arch Manning if he'd come out, and Caden Proctor, the one from Alabama. That's their draft. Now, if I guarantee you, his grandfather is going to start talking. Because normally you got to go somewhere to need a quarterback. But he ain't going to have his grandson go to the Browns. I wish they would do with his grandson what they did to Shedeur. I wish they would. He'll really start talking. And he'll get because it's a good old boy system. You know what I'm saying? It's good old boy system. So the good old boys help each other out. So that's really what it is, man. Coach is not in the good old boy system. And then also, when he was playing, he even said it. I said I was great. I didn't let them tell me I was great. They didn't like that. But they couldn't deny him, though, because he was the best thing going. So he really couldn't be denied. So, and say what you want with Jerry Jones, like he was, he was one. Obviously, he didn't draft Shedeur. He let Shedeur fall all the way to the 6th round. You know what I'm saying? Even if he really fucked with him, like, you know what? I'm not going to let him dip like that. I don't even know if they really had any picks, though. I didn't hear nothing about Dallas. Maybe they gave all their picks away because I didn't really hear them in the draft, really. And Tom Brady missed me with all that. You don't fuck with him either because if you would have drafted him at the 21st pick, dumbass. That was the number 21st pick. They just knew it. Even Shannon Sharp was saying, he said, "Oh, he's definitely going to the Raiders in the 21st pick." And then he said, Chad said, "Well, what if that don't happen?" He said, "I don't want to think about it. If he don't go in the 21st pick, I don't want to think about it." And guess what? They passed on. So Tom missed me with that. And he sat up there and looked up to you. He looked at you as a mentor, and you let that kid down, man. Fuck you. You're not the GOAT no more. I strip your GOAT status. You just a devil, just like the rest of them. Fucking devil. You a devil, just like the rest of them, yo. You sat up there and let that kid. You should now. Don't get me wrong. You may not be a devil, because there was some reports that there was somebody in that organization telling them you got to take this kid because he's really good. But I don't know if you championed to him. I don't know if you went hard in the paint though. I don't know if you went hard in the paint. I would have went hard in the paint. I said, if y'all don't get this kid, I can just sell my fucking ownership then. Because if y'all don't get him, I would have went hard in the paint for him. It ain't gonna be no kid that look up to me and I mentor him since he was a kid for me to let him down. I wouldn't do that. But see, I'm not a devil though. I wasn't born no devil. Some of y'all born devils. That's the difference. I wasn't born a devil. Now, you don't get me wrong. There's some people that look like me were born devils too. They were born devils. They were born devil. I wasn't born no devil. So I would have sit there and champion for that kid. I wouldn't let that kid fall past the 21st pick. You know he's worth more than that. So miss me with you too. That's why you're mad. Because Skip didn't stay on code and he called you out. Shout out to Skip Bayless, man. I wouldn't have thought I would never be saying this. Or Stephen A. I thought I would be never giving these guys their credit. Because you know how they get down. Especially Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? But they was like, nah, yo. They said what happened was wrong. They keep saying collusion. I'm more in agreement with the collusion. Here come Chris Carter. It wasn't collusion. He said because they wouldn't be able to keep a secret like that. Huh? You should see these Masonic meetings. You should see them. Yes, they can keep a secret. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They can keep a secret. They keep a secret all these murders that's going on in the country. They keep a secret about that. I tell you guys, these billionaires are some of the most dangerous people on the planet. A lot of you guys don't know that. These guys are the more money they get, the more dangerous they are. They are really dangerous. They can pay to have somebody put something on your door handle of your car, right? To make you get double pneumonia in your lungs. It's a substance they put on your car. All you gotta do is touch it. That's how dangerous these people are. But that's what he's dealing with. He's dealing with some dangerous people. And these people don't like somebody to come along and be like, my son ain't going here, ain't going there. Like, act like he Arch Manning. Like, no, sir, you're not Arch Manning. You know, they always remind us that we ninjas. But I am now going to remind them that they're devils. They're devils. Okay? They're devils. So we're kind of the same. Like, you think we're ninjas, I think you're devils. That's it. So, but shout out to them. What else is going on? So I'm done with that. He got the third highest jersey sales. It's Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, and Shedeur Sanders. And then you have Ashton Genty and T. McMillan. Those are the top five, which it should be that way. They should have got drafted in that order. And look, I'm going to say this. Now, like I said, I'm equal here. Like I don't see it how they see it. Now, that kid from Texas, they did him dirty. Now, you know the kid that they drafted. Remember, we was like, who the fuck is this quarterback? Remember that? I mean, if you're gonna do something, just put Quinn Ewers in that spot. Why didn't you do that? He's on the cover of the fucking game. No wonder he was sitting there looking crazy. He was sitting there, and then he was sitting there looking mad. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe I'm the last quarterback taken, bitch. The fuck? That's how he was looking. He was not, when he got drafted, he wasn't smiling. His mother hugged him like, come on, man, baby, you got drafted, okay? Don't worry about it. Whoever they drafted, whatever the dude's name is again, I can't even remember his name. Because we was like, who the fuck is this? The quarterback just got there. They should have just put Quinn in that spot. Either Quinn or Jalen Milroe. They could have drafted Jalen Milroe or Quinn in that spot. They didn't have to draft that dude. Just like the guy said, they've been evaluating quarterbacks wrong for a very long time. But this wasn't evaluating quarterbacks wrong in this situation. It was just the fact of the matter is They had it out for him. I mean, he is seriously in danger of getting blackballed. I'm dead serious. They don't care how popular, because Mahmoud Abdul Rauf was popular, and he still got blackballed. So yeah, they don't care how popular you are, the blackball, because they know people are still going to watch the games. People are still going to tailgate. People are going to say, yeah, yeah, this is my team. Yeah, this ain't your fucking team. See, that's why, like I said, I don't follow the Jets, yo. Straight up. I'm not a fan of nobody. So I say, I mean, like I follow the Jets. I'm not a fan of nobody. But I don't follow the Jets no more. How about that? I don't follow no more, because I just don't, because they were one of the owners that took him off the board. So I don't follow them no more. It's not about talent. It's about who's willing to sit up there and keep their head down. That's what it's about. You got to have the talent too. Look at it. It's 1-1-1 on the East Coast. That's because I'm cooking. It's 1-1-1 on the East Coast. That's the Angels telling me, yeah, man, just talk your shit, Max. Just go ahead and talk it, because it's 1-1-1 right now on the East Coast. So, like I was saying, um, it does matter about talent, but you have to be able to keep your head down and be a good little Toby. That's what they want. That's what's in their mind. You gotta be a good little Toby. Okay, you gotta do everything we tell you to do, and you can't be a problem. Just like somebody was saying, during the Cam Newton said this. Cam Newton said, he said, well, in the interviews leading up to the draft, they'll ask you about everything, because that's their time to pry and stuff like that. And you got to be this, you got to be that. Cam, you lucky that you was in the fucking NFL. And what happened in Florida? You lucky. You lucky. And they drove you through. They dragged your name through the fucking mud. That's they did, because during that Heisman Trophy situation, they brought up the fact that you took them. You know what you did in Florida. Okay. That's what happened, Cam. So you're not perfect. You saying, well, he needed to do this. You didn't do that. You didn't do that. But yeah, okay, I admit it. You did what you had to do to get drafted. Yes, you did. You put your head down. You sure did. But they drug your ass through the ringer, talking about, oh, look what he did in Florida. Because Cam used to back up Tim Tebow. If y'all don't know, when he won a national title. Cam got 2 national titles. Y'all, did y'all know that? He won 2 national titles. He was on that national title team with Tim Tebow, and then he won a national title at Auburn. So he got 2 to his credit. Actually, he got 3, junior college. So, but he's right though. You got to be able to keep your head down. You can't be outspoken. You can't sit there and champion for your people. If you notice, we have a lot of entertainers and athletes doing well, but nobody is talking about the disparities in our community. They can't. They were told not to. There's that they cannot talk about the disparity in the community, and they can't help either. If they do help, they got to do it on the low. Do it on the low. Ain't no Abdul-Jabbars anymore. Okay, because I'm like, you got to do this and that, or we take money away from you. You got to do it on the low now. Yeah, if you notice that they don't like they don't talk about the disparity. They don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They'll help everybody else out. They'll say, um, they'll sit there and champion for other countries. Oh my God, I can't help you. I don't believe what's going on in Ukraine, and blah 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 blah. I don't care what's going on in Ukraine. I care what's going on over here. You see what I'm saying? All them people that lost their homes over here in California, I care about that. We shouldn't. We sitting up there giving them billions of dollars, and they can't forgive student loans. That's what I care about. But see, them athletes can't come out and talk like that, because if they come out and talk like that, they'll get blackballed. That's why they worried about Shedeur, because he's so confident, and he like it. He acts like it. He something right when he got drafted. Did you hear it? When he got drafted, he was on the phone. You know how you on the phone? And remember when Coach Brown was like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." Shedeur was like, "What does that mean?" Did you hear him? He's unapologetic, yo. Shedeur don't give a yo. Shedeur is the man. He said something to. He said, "What does that mean?" He like looked at his. Sorry guys, that's my niece that called. My bad. I had to take that call real quick. Um, all right, what was I saying when um she was like, "You still up?" I said, "How you know?" She's like, "I see you online." I'm like, "All right." Um, yeah, man. He was, even when he got drafted, he said, well, he was questioning something. He said, "What does that mean?" The way he said it, what does that mean? I don't know what the person on the phone said to him. He was like, "What does that mean?" But anyway, it wasn't. He said it twice. He didn't say it at the time when the person called him. When the prank caller called him, he said the same thing. What does that mean? But then when he finally got the draft call, he said it again. Something she said, and he was like, "What does that mean?" He's not afraid of anything, man. These young people are not. These young people now, they're different. They're a different breed. They're not like us when we were younger. Where we had to play the game, play the system. They don't want to do it. They want to do it their way. Mostly all of them. Some of them will play the system now to get what they want, but they're not thinking it though. They'll, like I said before, they'll say, "Yeah, we want to win a Super Bowl. We want to do this. We want to," but they're not really thinking that. They want the money. That's what you're seeing in college right now, with these kids going around as school to school. They're going to the highest bidder. because it makes sense. Get the money now. It's no guarantee you going to the NFL. So they think differently than we. Then it's a different world now than it was when I was coming up because we didn't have social media. So the social media cuts out the middleman. These kids are already famous. Some of them, you know what I'm saying? Like Shedeur already have a social media following. Shedeur can make money without the NFL. Did you know that? He don't need it really. He can make money without the NFL. That's how popular he is. Um, but this is something that they work hard for, to get to this level. So I would like to see them play at that level. Well, I like to see the highlights because I'm not NFL games in. I'm not. But I already know what's going to happen anyway before it happens. He's going to really do very well. I already know. Travis too. Cam too. They're going to do very well. And but he's unapologetically himself though. I could tell. I could tell he is. And that's a beautiful thing. Be unapologetically yourself. God made you. God wasn't didn't make no mistakes when he made you. Now he made some mistakes when he made these fucking devils though. He did. That's how I talk. I'm like, God, what's up with these devils, man? Like what's up? Why we gotta keep dealing with these devils? But the thing is, somebody told me um, there's polarity. So you gotta think of it like that. Because I'd be questioning God sometime, like, why we gotta keep dealing with these devils, man? Maybe it's something. How they taught us to be docile with religion. It's something greater. It's heaven. You turn the other cheek so you can get to heaven. Why can't we live heaven on earth like them, man? Like, why can't we do that? So I always think like that. But don't mind me. Don't mind me because I don't want to sound. I'm not bitter or anything. I'm just real. Um, but yeah, man. Shout out to Shedeur, man. Walked in that facility, man. He looked like the quarterback already. He walked in there with his Colorado stuff. And I guarantee you he gonna outwork everybody. Guarantee it. Because they already remember Coach Prime already instilled that in the team. Look, y'all don't show up late for meetings. You guys be on time. You guys work hard. Every play you give it your all. He's already prepared them for that already. But they could still blackball him though. Even though he do all the good things, they could still let him go. That's the kind of situation he in right now. But I don't think that's gonna happen because the fans are now speaking. Because his jersey is the highest. His jersey is the number one seller on the team right now, and the fans are talking good about him. So I don't think it's going to make good business sense for them to cut him. He's too popular for that. But you never know with these devils, though. You never know. And then they always use somebody that looks like us to do their dirty work, just like the general manager. You should be going number one pick, dumbass. You set up here and draft two quarterbacks, and you already got a bunch of quarterbacks. It was a wasted draft for you. Well, it wasn't wasted. I mean, you finally got Shedeur, but I just don't like his answers or anything. If I ever see him, whether it's in the airport or somewhere, I'm going to call him a Poindexter to his face. You're a Poindexter. Just sit up there and show your teeth and bend over to them for them. I want to call him something else, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Now I sound like my grandfather, yo. That's what I turned into. I sure did, yo. And he used to make me laugh the way he talked. He used to call them devils something else, but I'm not going to tell you what he used to call them. And he used to get to their face, too. He didn't like them at all. He said, I would never work for them devils, boy. Never. I said, well, how did you work? He's like, I work for myself. I can't work for them devils. He got to understand, he grew up in the Jim Crow era. You see what I'm saying? So he felt some type of way. Now don't pull, and now it's on me now because I sound the same way because I see what they're doing. I just don't like what they did with this kid. I'm sorry, yo. I just don't. He worked hard to get where he is. He worked with select QBs just like Cam did. What's the fuck is the problem? What's the difference? They both took the same instruction. Okay? And you know what they're saying? Well, it's that one segment on well off media. This is what Chris Carter is saying. Sitting up there showing his teeth, cackling his ass up, hiking his ass up for the man. Talking about he it was that one. Well, here go Chris Carter. I can't believe he said this shot. Now I caught, man, listen. I can't, man. I don't even like Chris Carter, yo. I don't, not no more. I couldn't believe he said it. He said, it was that one segment though with Well Off Media when Cam Ward and Shedeur was practicing, and Shedeur said, "Let's make a record together." And Cam said, "No, I'm all about football." He said, "It's right there. They took that right there, okay." And they didn't take Shedeur serious right there, motherfucker. What are you talking about? Somebody should slap your ass. I hate people that show their teeth like that. I really do, yo. I really do. But see, I can't do that. Don't recommend violence, so we ain't gonna slap them. Step and fetch it days are over, sir. There's no more step and fetch it. You don't have to do that no more. All right? I can't believe they got him to say that. So they're using a well-off media clip. Why don't you use the clip when Travis was playing at Jackson State for the first time, and him and Coach Prime had a moment, and he hugged him and tell him thank you. Why don't y'all show that? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you show that, man? You sitting up there talking about this clip. Of all clips, you're gonna talk about that clip. They were just Shadur was just joking. You know, Cam was joking when he said about Shadur. He knows Shadur is nice. He knows that. And look, y'all tried to get Cam. Y'all tried to get him in trouble because when he got drafted, um, one of the reporters asked Cam about that. Are you surprised, Cam, that Shedeur fell that? And Cam, you should have saw how he was looking. He had to be a robot. Well, things are what it is, and yes, I'm a little bit surprised, but I don't know about the process. I don't know. He got out of it. He had to be professional. He had to answer it a certain way. But they sure did get Cam. They asked him about it. Are you surprised, Cam, that he? Yes, he fucking surprised, bitch. Yes. The fuck. That's what I want. That's what. See, if I was Cam, that's what I want to say to her. Yes, I'm fucking surprised. Okay? But don't get me wrong. Like I said, I told you guys, I'm the uncle you can't bring nowhere. You can't. Nope. That's why I'd rather stay home anyway. I just rather stay home, man. So yeah, I couldn't believe she said to Cam, like, are you surprised? Are you surprised that, you know? And then when Shedeur was on conference call with the reporters in Cleveland, one of these dirt bags asked him a dirtbag ass question. Asked him a dirtbag ass question, like something about him falling to the 5th-round. Adding salt to the cup, but Shedeur remained professional. And the crazy thing is he got to take the high road and he got to be professional. And they can be dirtbags because they already jealous anyway because he rich. They're already jealous. You know what I'm saying? But he asked him a dirtbag ass question. That's the stuff he got to put up with right now. And then here go Chris Carter. He's going to be making less money than he did when he was on Colorado. Yeah, put that in perspective. He is though. But I don't know about that, Chris Carter, because he got a lot of endorsements. So I don't think so, Chris. I think he's gonna make more money. You see, Chris Carter, some of these people that look like us, that are NFL legends, They're the biggest fucking haters. I'm just letting y'all know that. Just because they look like us and they're legends and stuff don't mean that they hating. A lot of these old folks be hating on the young bucks. They be hating, not the young bucks, excuse me. They be hating on the young crew, the young people. I'm not like that. You do have a lot. That's why you gotta be careful who you get advice from. You know what I'm saying? You want to get advice from somebody that's not competing with you. You know what I'm saying? That want the bet, because some of these old folks, they be hating on the youngins now. They do. And now from now on, I'm gonna call them all out. Like Brady, I'm calling you out. See, I didn't put his name in the title. Next time I am gonna put his name in the title. Tom Brady's a fucking hater. And guess what, Tom? That just diminished for me, that diminished everything you did in football. You are a fucking devil. It did everything. Why would Skip come out and say that about you if he didn't know something? And then why are you so mad? You never responded to what Skip said. Now all of a sudden you're mad about it. I don't give a fuck how many Super Bowls your devil ass won. That's why your wife left you, for the help. She left your ass for the help. No wonder she did. Fucking devil. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me stop being so fucking negative. Let me stop. Let me stop, yo. Let me stop. Let me stop. Okay, I'm just mad about what happened with the kid, yo. I don't like when people get taken advantage of and get done dirty. See, they can't talk like this, but I can. Okay? I can. I'm gonna sit here and talk like this. See, he has to be professional when it comes to. See, Shedeur can't do nothing wrong at this point because he's like one way from. He's like one way out, right? So he got to do everything professional, everything, take whatever the fuck. But I'm gonna be there to say they fucking devils. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna get on them when they start losing, because you know the first 5 games they probably gonna lose if they don't have a man. They gonna lose. And I'm going to be there to say it. You guys are losing. What are y'all doing? Talking about, and then when they call them, we're not promising you anything. Okay, we're giving you an opportunity. We're not promising you anything. Okay? Do you not promise you? Did you say that to Cam Ward? Did they say that to Travis? We're not going to promise you anything? When they talked to him? No. Because they were in the first round, like he was supposed to be in the first round. Talking about we're not going to promise you anything. But we're giving you an opportunity. No, you lucky for him to be there. You anything. Oh my God, yo, I just lost it. But I'm done, yo. I'm done being. This is it. This is the final night. I'm done being negative. Okay, I'm done. I'm done being real. And that's it. I'm done. Unless they do something else. I'm done. And I wish him the best, but he's got an uphill battle because he's in a league full of haters, and that's what's going on. I wish there was another league or some. I wish we could start our own league. That's what I wish. But a lot of the players are not. It has to be a substantial amount of players to be willing to do it for that to happen. But that's not going to happen right now. It's not going to happen. But right until then, it's not going to happen. But anyway, I'm not watching it. I watch highlights here and there to see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? To check the double, check in on them. That's about it. Not just I don't know. But shout out to Colorado. I heard they got a recruit in from Florida State. So I'm gonna get back to that. But shout out to Skip Bayless. I never thought I would be saying that. But Skip was being real, man. Even Master P and others create a league. It's not. Oh shoot, hold on one second. Firefly, thank you for the hundo. I see you. Thank you. That's my girl right there. I haven't seen you in a while. You doing all right? That's my home girl right there, by the way. Firefly. Y'all don't know. That's my home girl right there. I haven't seen her in a while. You doing all right though? Hopefully you're all right. What's up, Web? But anyway, sorry guys for being coming off real negative. I really fucks with that family. I don't even know them from a can of paint. But see, that's how we're supposed to be with each other. Even if we don't know each other, we still supposed to have each other's back. Like if you in my state, I'm gonna make sure you safe. Whether I have to be with the Second Amendment on my hip and make sure you get around these streets safe, that's what I'll do. And you're not supposed to want no money for it. That's how I believe we all should be. We shouldn't be on this gang shit fighting each other. And quite frankly, it should be the haves and have-nots. If you ain't an elite, we all supposed to be on one accord. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we're all different shades of brown. But we all don't agree that way though. We don't. So until then, some people are devils and some are not. But we supposed to be we're not supposed to be out here doing each other harm, man. We're not supposed to be doing it. We supposed because they want us to fight against each other. That's why they're able to control us. But we're supposed to be like this. We're supposed to have that family back. We're supposed to. You remember back in the day, it used to take a village. It used to take a village. We don't act like that no more. Like if one thing happened to us, we supposed to be right there to have that person's back. But I guess you know what they're doing now? What I heard, people are banding together to buy his jerseys, so his jersey can sell out in Cleveland, so they can keep him. I heard that's what they're doing. I heard that on Facebook. So maybe I'll do that. I mean, if that's something to send a message out. But see, my thing is, I'm thinking that's helping the team though. So that's why I don't want to do it because they're making money off them jerseys. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. 'Cause I don't know. But they saying that there's a bunch of people got together to make sure his jersey sell out. Because all that support, how are you going to let him go when you got all that support? So if that's what they're doing, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But he has not done anything to strike me as an asshole. He has never. He's never come off like that. Yeah, he wear the jury and all that, but all them young people wear the jury, man. All of them do it. They all wear the jury. Bucky looking like Liberace. All of them do it. Look at all these guys in the league. They all got to change. That's not it. That's not it. Because Chris Carter said that too. He got to change looking like he don't need no money. He's saying that he's coming off like he don't need them. Okay. So what is he supposed to? I mean, what is he supposed to bootlick? What is he supposed to do? Sit up there? They want him to bootlick? He better not do that. They ain't bootlicking now. But I mean, that's what you wanted. He said they want to know that you don't. They know you acting like you don't need them. I tell you guys, we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go, man. Chris Carter said all this. If you type in Chris Carter, Shedeur Sanders, you can hear it. He had a lot to say, and he said it was really Prime's fault. He blaming Prime for it. Because, now he's saying it's Prime's fault because that he didn't go to the Giants. He said that's not Shedeur's fault, it's Prime's fault. Because he said that, remember Prime was going around with the storyline that he could coach in the NFL if he coached both of his sons? Well, the Giants coach already didn't like Shedeur because of that, because if he did draft Shedeur, then Prime could come take his job. So he wasn't going to draft Shedeur anyway. He already didn't like Shedeur because of that, because it was a threat to his job. I can't believe Chris Carter said that. Now, maybe Chris Carter has gotten that from somewhere. Maybe somebody close to the Giants told Chris Carter that they didn't want to get Shedeur because the coach, because the Giants was going to hire Prime because they can draft him and Shiloh. That sounds ridiculous because if that was the case, he wouldn't even had him for an interview. So I don't know about all of that. I think that's ridiculous to say. Yeah, Chris Carter said a lot, man. Chris Carter said a lot. So maybe he's getting it from somewhere. But he's saying that whole Giants thing. He said Coach Prime shot himself in the foot on that one when he was going around saying that if he will be a coach if he could coach both his sons. Why would the Giants coach be threatened by that? Because we were talking about the Cowboys. We weren't talking about the Giants. Because Jerry Jones, was talking to Prime. We were talking about the Cowboys, not the Giants. But I don't know what he's saying. So he did say a lot. If you listen to that interview, he really went in. Chris Carter really went in on Shedeur and Prime. He said it was their fault this happened. So you really can't be overly confident. You got to be docile. It's the Joe Louis effect. That's the same thing they did with Joe Louis. When Joe Louis came along, they told him that he can't celebrate after he knocks somebody out. He has to go in a neutral corner and just sit there. They don't want you like confident. They don't want that. So maybe that's the same thing. It's what it seemed like. You said no. They're buying Shedeur jersey from his own. Hold on. From his own merchandise, not the NFL. No, the team website is selling out. It's on. I'm talking on the team websites. I'm not talking about his website. The team website. His jersey is selling like hotcakes. Oh, that's right. But they don't. I don't know if that's the same owners, is it? Giants. Yo, it is the same owners. Oh my God, let me tell y'all what happened in '89, folks. Yo, Prime, he killed the fucking Giants, man. He sure did. I still remember what he did. Bill Parcells said, please do not kick it to him. Please. He told the kick, do not kick it to Prime. Don't do it. Next thing you know, Prime ran in the end zone, dancing in the end zone. Yeah, he was a Giants killer. He sure was. But he was always good in New York, though, because, he played for the Yankees. So New York liked him. New York liked Prime because we remember him from the Yankees. Even though he didn't play for the Yankees that long. Yeah, the team website, the jersey is selling like hotcakes. Now, maybe on his website is doing the same thing, but I'm talking on the team website is selling like hotcakes. You said word on the street that the Jags wanted to trade Lawrence. Now they're not going to do it. They got to stay with him. Now, maybe somewhere down the line, like if Shedeur really start doing good, maybe they'll keep track on him and try to get him that way. Because, have him link up with Travis. That'll really sell the fucking stadium out. Him and Travis link back up. Yeah, he was playing professional baseball before he got signed to the Falcons. Yeah, that's where the jury came from. Absolutely. The car came from his mother, though. That car he was driving on campus, his mother bought that. He even said it. His mom purchased that for him. But yeah, the jury and stuff, yeah. He was already, and then he paid for his tuition because he wasn't on scholarship anymore when he was playing for the Yankees. So technically, he was the NIL person before NIL, you know? You said Lawrence has a no trade clause. Listen, that's what I love about that situation. That's why I keep talking about Trevor Lawrence. You see what I'm saying? I like that he got that kind of contract. Okay? Because if they do trade him, they got to pay a penalty. Okay? And they owe him 170 some million dollars guaranteed. All right? So whoever his agent is, and that's another thing, Shedeur doesn't have an agent, right? Who is Shedeur's agent then? Who's acting as his agent? He played in a World Series and a Super Bowl. That's absolutely right. Now, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, he did. Oh, Cutie, the Buff Nation Daily. I'm live on all three pages. Cutie, I'm live on all pages. I'm not live on Facebook tonight. I'm live on all. I'm gonna go live on Facebook, but I'm live on all three right now. Oh, you know? Oh, damn. Okay. I don't know. It's been a long day, Cutie. It's been a long one. Um, but for the trial, when the trial start, I'm mainly gonna be live on the other one when the trial start. And I have to call the courthouse because I'm not sure. Do I have to get there early or can I get there an hour before everything starts? I honestly think I have to get there about 3 hours before everything starts, maybe 4. But you got to go through the metal detector. You got to do this, that. It shouldn't be that bad though. I'm gonna have to call there tomorrow. You say he doesn't have one. Shiloh hired Drew Rosenhaus. Okay, for him to hire Drew Rosenhaus, that was well, maybe Shedeur gonna get him too. If he got Drew Rosenhaus, Shedeur is about to get him. Now that was strategic. Shiloh is smart. Shiloh is smart. Is Shiloh did that or Prime did that? Because Shiloh too young to know who Drew Rosenhaus is. Shiloh is too young. Or maybe he do know from if he did his research. Drew Rosenhaus has a lot of pull in the NFL. So that was strategic. Yo, Trevor, listen, I told you guys, Trevor Lawrence, bro, was a brother. I don't care what y'all say, yo. He act one. Look at his hair, yo. He loves his hair. Okay, Trevor's a brother, yo. The way he listen. I don't know who's worse, Trevor or Russell Wilson or Dak Prescott. Which one is worse? Listen, Trevor got a no trade clause. Okay, and they are married to Trevor Lawrence. Okay, they married to him. He has now. He's getting generational. It's going to be generational wealth. He getting 170 some $million. Oh, also Kirk Cousins. That's another one. Did Prime use Drew Rosenhaus? I can't remember, but that was strategic for him to get Drew Rosenhaus. Shiloh's not going to have no problems in the NFL now. He's not going to have no problems whatsoever, and he'll be able to talk to those owners. See what Prime is doing? He needs somebody to talk to them owners. He can't do it no more because they having a they wearing expressions over him. So you got to get Drew Rosenhaus to do it. So yeah, Drew will do it, and hopefully Drew will get Shedeur as well, and that way Shedeur would not be blackballed anymore. You get it, Rosenhaus. Y'all get the last name? Do you get it, Rosenhaus? because they ruled the world. Do you get what I said? Rosenhaus. He will fix it. He's gonna fix it to where they're not blackballed no more. Prime is smart, dog. But see, Prime know the business. He knows how this. He knows how he's like. All right, I got to get out of this situation. Remember, he said, "You guys put me on the cross, but not and take my kids off." You know exactly what to do. Let me go find somebody. He got Drew Rosenhaus. Drew Rosenhaus is old school too. He didn't even get a new agent. He got Drew Rosenhaus. He got a lot of pull, man. He got a lot of pull in all the sports. You remember he had a movie made about him. Show me the money. That's Drew Rosenhaus. Oh, you know that? What's that movie Cutie called? With Tom Cruise acting as the agent. That was Drew Rosenhaus there. That's Drew Rosenhaus life. That was after Drew Rosenhaus. That movie. What's that movie name? When he was like, show me the money. No, it wasn't Tom Cruise. It was Cuba Gooding Jr. Remember Show Me the Money? That's Cuba Gooding Jr., right? Jerry Maguire. That's Drew Rosenhaus. If y'all didn't know. That movie was about Drew Rosenhaus. So yeah, Prime got the best that money could buy. He got Drew Rosenhaus. So yeah, they're fine now. Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, Shedeur and them gonna be fine now. Yeah, they're gonna be fine. That's the only one that'll convince these owners that Prime don't mean no wrong. That's the only one that's gonna convince them. He'll be fine. They're gonna make sure. And here's what's gonna happen with Shiloh and Shedeur. Now they got Drew Rosenhaus. You know he had Michael Jordan too, right? I don't know if y'all know that, but that's how old school he is. But he's gonna make sure they get a signature shoe deal. Okay, that's what he specializes in, and he's gonna make sure they get all the goddamn money. So things are gonna be fixed. You know, the door lost $50 million. He's gonna get that back in endorsements now. He's gonna get it back. You're gonna see Shedeur in all type of commercials. What's up, Ryan? Yeah, he the baddest agent on the planet. Yeah, Jerry Maguire was made after his life. You said that cutie woo. I thought I got thrown out. I spoke to a couple via DM and they must have blocked me. Oh no, Firefly. No. I deleted. I deleted. Um. Oh, you don't even know what happened. You said via DM. No, Firefly. I deleted that Discord. I deleted it. So you didn't know because you don't know what happened. I have to tell you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to put a new disc. I have my old Discord. Remember Ryan, the old Discord, the Max V Discord? I still have that one. I don't know if Firefly is in that one, but Firefly, I'll invite you to my old Discord. I deleted the old one. You remember Ryan, the original Discord I have? I still have that one. But the Max Vault one, that was a new one that I deleted. Oh, I didn't tell you either. Yeah, Fire, you weren't around. You didn't know what happened. Yeah, I deleted it. Yeah, but Drew Rosenhaus he had quite a few clients, notable clients in the past, and he's one of the world's best agents. And you mean to tell me that's who Shiloh got? Yeah, Shiloh's gonna be fine. Shiloh he about to make a lot of money in endorsements. See, they gonna get their money back in endorsements because they're marketable. Remember, they did the fashion show with Pharrell, and so they can do a lot of things like that and be featured in like different things. So yeah, they set up pretty good, man. You said I see Firefly names in recent Discord. Yeah, Firefly. Yeah, I have to send y'all the link to the old Discord. As a matter of fact, um, he said shallow, proactive. He's good. He's good. Bro can do it. Yeah, the fact that he got Drew Rosenhaus, man, that's Prime. That was Prime's doing. Prime was like, hold on, man. Let me call Drew, man. Like we got to get this right, man. They not doing my boys like this. They not gonna do my boys like this. They not gonna blackball my family because that's what they were threatening to do. That's not happening no more. That's not gonna happen. Eventually, if now that they get in Drew Rosenhaus, Shedeur will be QB1 pretty soon. If not next year, if not the end of this year, he'll be the man there for sure. Or I don't know what's gonna happen with Deshaun Watson. Um, unless they trade him. But I know he got that Achilles though. That's kind of bad. The Achilles tear, but yeah, they can breathe a sigh of relief now. Okay, they announced it Saturday. It's not. It's a matter of time before he announced it with Shedeur. See, Shedeur, they gotta be careful with because I don't know why these owners would. I don't know. See, Drew Rosenhaus is an OG when it comes to their community, if you know what I mean. You know the small hats. You know what I mean now. He's an OG, so shit falls in line like with them. Like I just know how they work. So yeah, it falls in line. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he had to go get some reinforcements to help out. So that's what's up. They had to go get the reinforcements. Okay, if he'll never play, thank you being a new member, Chantel. If if he's not going to be playing with Cleveland anymore, it's a matter of time before it's Shador's team. It's a matter of time. Ain't that something? A 5th-round draft pick, a 5th round. They, Drew Rosenhaus will get it right though. He definitely will. He will get them. He will get. He will change their vibration. Put it that way. I guess these new. See, a lot of these owners are relatively new. Back when their prime was playing, some of the owners are still in the same family. Like when Prime was playing, Jerry Jones family owned the Cowboys. Um, I think the Giants had the same family. I don't think the team was ever sold when I was a kid. The Jets sold though. The Hess family used to own the Jets. Hess gas station. But that some of the teams they still in the same family. Um, I'm Atlanta. That's still the same owner from when I was younger. Arthur Blank, Home Depot guy. Um, yeah, I think he's the same. Yeah, yeah, that's the same owner. Some of them owners have changed though, so maybe they weren't around when Prime was playing, so they don't really like know how much pull he got. For him to get Drew Rosenhaus, he got pulled, yo, for sure. He got pulled for hiring Drew Rosenhaus. Thank you, Chantel. You said this. Thank you for the donation. Thank you again, Firefly. Chantel, thank you. You said Shedeur, you have an agent. People talking like Shedeur and make the roster. If Drew Rosenhaus step in, he's fine. He's fine. Now that you guys told me Drew Rosenhaus stepped in, I know that them kids gonna be fine. Excuse me, them young men gonna be fine now. And Drew Rosenhaus doing them when the kids. He known Prime a long time. You um yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah, the only no, not Jacksonville. It's another team. It's you said Jacksonville is the only NFL team without an owner. No, it's another team. Wait a minute. Wait. Jacksonville does have an owner. It's that dude with that. Yeah, he's Pakistani. Wait, Jack, Jacksonville's the only team without a. Oh, uh, what does the red mean? Devil? Like, because I be saying devil a lot. What does that mean? Don't mind me, Ebony. What are you trying to say? They're the only NFL team without a what? It says owner, but that's not what you meant. Yeah, it's the Khan family. They from Pakistan. No, it's Green Bay. You mean Green Bay don't have an owner? It's owned by the taxpayers. That's why it's still so cheap to get tickets there. When you go to Green Bay, it's cheap to get tickets. You can sit anywhere in there. Not anywhere, but it's cheap for the tickets. Yeah, they don't have owners. Oh, you said he's the only one that they don't only want to have a devil owner. That's what you meant. Okay. Yeah, that's owned by the Khan family. Um, there's another team though. Um, oh, and Khan family, they own a soccer team. I can't remember the soccer team they own. Oh shoot, I can't remember. You know what made him famous? He made this. He invented this bumper for the truck, for a pickup truck. It was a one piece bumper that he engineered. That's how he got all his money. And he also make car parts and tools. That's how he made his billions. You talking about Khan, right? The Khan family. That's how they made their money. And that's not the only business they're in. Oh man, they're into, like I said, the car parts, and they own a what do you call it? A soccer team over in Europe, and it's not Manchester City. I can't remember what team they own. And then they own something else. I forget what it. But yeah, the Khan family been around a minute. Not them. Let me see. It's another team. I forget the name of it. But yeah, they dibble and dabble in a lot of stuff, and they pay their players. You see what they did with Trevor Lawrence. They're relatively new owners. He bought that team. He bought that team in 2014 or 12. I can't remember. It's been a minute. Yeah, the Chiefs, his family is the Hunt family, Hunt Ketchup. And and then you got what's his name from New England. Kraft. The cheese. He's in that family. Max and Maximilians. That's my name. Um, Now, what they said about Shedeur was they was like, if he get cut, he can easily just go with the Chiefs and just learn under Mahomes. If that's what they want to do, he can just be the backup for Mahomes for a while. He can go a lot of places if he get cut. He can go a lot of places, especially if he got Drew Rosenhaus. They'll get him in the right situation. He definitely will. He he'll change the owner's vibrations a little bit. Peace out, cutie. Cutie says she got a dip. I'll catch you later. It is kind of late, but I was out most of the day, man. I had a cloister headache, and I was out of reality. I don't know what happened today. I forgot I went live earlier. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Elite Wrestling. Yeah, they own their Elite Wrestling. That's right. So they got their hands in a lot of stuff. Yeah, Green Bay don't have owners. Nah, I don't watch centers. I don't watch TV. Like right now, the TV's not on. I don't watch TV. It's just looking at me. The only time I had it on is for the draft. Yeah, Jacksonville has a quarterback. They have Trevor Lawrence. That's what we were just talking about. He signed for all that huge contract. And I laugh every time I talk about it because it's a hell of a contract, Evan. That kid is rich forever. Oh my God, I don't even think they could trade him. And shout out to Trevor Lawrence, man. Like Mr. Lawrence, shout out to him. His agent is a legend. Shout out to Trevor, man. Oh, Jess, this ain't no joke. Jess Shane went with what NFL team Shane is with? He got an invite. Jess, you should know who it is. He got an invite. I know you was asking. Yeah, he got an invite. That's no G either. He got an invite. And I'm gonna say something, Jess, about Shane though. He could have easily got drafted even at Dartmouth. I don't know why he didn't maybe pursue the league then. He was dominating at Dartmouth. Are you sure it's with the Broncos or are you joking? You said it's deep too. What's that, Abraham? If you enjoy blues music, Centers. You know what? I never watched it. Like, y'all gonna try to get me watching TV, man. Is it like a show I can watch on Netflix or something? Is it on Netflix? Come on, Abby, you gonna get me into another show, man. Oh, it's a movie, okay. You said invite from the Broncos and Seahawk mini camps. There you go, Jess. Oh, it's a movie. Okay. Everybody's talking about it. Um, Maybe I have to check it out now because everybody's talking about it. And I'm gonna tell you how they, you know how they get those. Let me see, Broncos. So that covers everybody that was trying out for the draft. Everybody got at least an invite and opportunity. All right. So yeah, that covers everybody now. That's the most as him being a coach. Those are the most players that's getting opportunities from him being a coach in his whole tenure. And he had the most receivers drafted on one team. And go figure, Shedeur was throwing to all of them. I do suspect now that them brothers are gonna be okay with Drew Rosenhaus in the picture. They're gonna be okay. Cause I'm gonna tell you, man, like you know how it's a group of people online, they call themselves their internet aunties. They're not playing, yo. You ever hear what they saying online? Them women not playing. They don't play about Shedeur and them. And you know, Webb, you know, just from the commentary in this space, people don't play when it comes to Shedeur and them, man. They don't. I know they're all over, Sabrina. And they not playing about those kids, man. Because you know from when they had that reality show when they were kids. People feel like that. We're not playing with them. Yeah, we're not playing, yo. We going hard. We're not playing about it. Yeah, some people said they saw it twice. What's going on with the movie, man? Why is people so? What is that movie about? I'm really telling you guys, I really don't watch TV. I don't even know what the movie's about, but I'm hearing people talk about it. Yeah, I'm serious. They serious about Shador too. See, the crazy thing is, guys, they really don't play about Shador. Like for Stephen A. to have his back, and for Skip Bayless, guys, for Skip Bayless to have his back, people don't play about him, man. That's craziness. And you know, Skip got his own thing going on, you know, that he got to be worried about. For him to say, and then he put Tom Brady on blast, his All-American boy. He put Tom because he know what Tom did. He know Tom did something. That's why. But now him and Tom is beefing because Tom said he ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And he they beefing over it. But and then what was the other guy, the analyst on draft night? He crashed out on the draft. He crashed out on live TV. He said, "This is the here's another year where they cannot get it right at quarterback. They cannot get this right." You said I thought the NFL wanted more black viewers. They already have them. Mel Kiper, yeah, yeah, they're good. They're good men. They're good young men. That's why. Yeah, we're not playing about Shador now, man. Yo, Mel Kiper crashed out. You know why? Because he felt that they're trying to minimize his expertise. Because Mel Kiper been doing this thing since the late '70s. He's like an OG in the game. He's been doing it since the 80s. And he felt like they were trying to minimize his expertise. And he's like, Shedeur had a high draft grade. For somebody to have such a high draft grade, he should have went in the 1st round. And they said, well, Mel, it's all about other things, Mel. It's about other things. He said it's not about other things. And then he crashed out. Yeah, I know he did. Well, yeah, he is close to Coach Prime, but he is fair about his assessment on quarterbacks, though. And he has gotten it right. Most of the time, he's gotten it right all the time. But they were trying to say that he didn't really get it right. No, Mel, you didn't really get it right. It's just the NFL has spoken. He's not a good quarterback, and Mel he crashed out at that point. So yeah, but everybody was mad about it. Shannon was mad about it. Well, Shannon didn't understand it, and then Stephen A. and Skip was the one that surprised me the most. He acted like he lost some money over it. Like he was pissed, but he know what happened. He like, nah, man, it wasn't because of the kid's talent, because they know how hard that kid worked. Even I crashed out over it. Thank you. Even I crashed out over it. Pac-Man Jones crashed out over it. Well, yeah, Skip like Coach Prime, but he's fair about his quarterback assessment, though. He is. He's fair. If you mess up, he'll let you know you messed up. But he really crashed out. Because look, he crashed out at Tom Brady. And you know Tom Brady is his guy. Because him and Shannon, that's how him and Shannon had a falling out over Tom Brady. Right? And now Skip going at Tom and Tom going back at Skip now, though, because Tom mad about it. Yeah, Irving crashed out. Pac-Man was like, he said, that's cap, man. Like to say um, that when the Giants, he said, when the Giants drafted, what's his name? He said, that's cap. He said, I'm not saying that the kid is not good, but he said, that's Shedeur spot, the Giants. Tom and Skip crashed out. But he's going at Tom Brady, though. He's saying Tom is responsible. And Tom is like mad about him saying that. Like he's not responsible. So yeah, it caused a shitstorm, to be honest with you. I mean, I was looking at the other players getting drafted too. Like I don't understand. Even I was mad. I'm mad about Quinn Ewers being the last quarterback taken. He should have been taken way before that. Like that one kid the quarterback they drafted. I forget his name. that should have been Quinn Ewer's spot if that's what they were going to do. At least put him there or Jalen Bro. At least they couldn't do that. When you saw Quinn Ewers when he finally got there, he looked pissed. Damn, Jess. He said the tie NFL. Yeah, Ewers lost $8 million. He lost a lot of money. That's why he was sitting there pissed. So obviously the owners was pissed at him too. So I don't know what Quinn Ewers did for them to be pissed at him. I guess they not liking that these players are rich already. Because Quinn Ewers got money too. You know, he was on the cover of that game. You know, and whatever his NIL was. So he was super popular as well. So, like, yeah, I was surprised he was taken. He's the last quarterback taken. And then Milroe, he was there on draft. He was there for the first day. I guess he was there to participate as well, but he was there, even though he didn't get drafted. Yeah, man. Yeah, I guess so. Because Quinn Ewers, I really was surprised because I had like for an hour I wasn't watching the draft, and then I saw he got drafted. I was like, damn, I thought he got drafted already. And I guess he made so much money. I don't know. Maybe they just against it. I don't know. He shouldn't have been drafted that low. When he's on the cover of the game, he's actually pretty good. But anyway, man, shout out to him, man. You said it played out like the decision to take Shedeur off the board was last minute deal, and it threw the entire draft off. What's up, old boy? You said because rookies, yeah, a lot of these players already got money. Yeah, he gonna start when the fans start. You mean the dog pound? The dog pound. They like, listen, they're like Philly on steroids. They haven't had something. Well, they had Deshaun Watson. They did like Watson, but he got hurt. But it's something about Shedeur though. When he got drafted, right? You should have saw them on Twitter. Oh, we got our guy. And then people saying, no, you don't have your guy. He in the 5th-round. They said they don't care. We got our guy. That's their guy. So when they see him in that stadium and they see how he go about his business, they're gonna be watching, and they're gonna like him even more. I'm telling you, man, that's a blue collar city. Cleveland's a blue collar city, man. They gonna like Shedeur there, and he don't get no trouble either. He don't really hang out like that. They gonna love him. You said look up his combine. I did look it up. I saw him. Yeah, they roared when he got drafted because that's their quarterback. They didn't even do that for the other quarterback, Dylan Gabriel. They did because they knew they were gonna get Shedeur. They knew it. I think they knew. They were like, "Oh, we about to get him." They gonna love him. They gonna love him because the way he go about his business and what he need to do right when he make his first touchdown. Shedeur, you're gonna have to go visit the dog pound. Okay, you got to go in the stands. Oh, they gonna love him. They gonna love him. It's a blue collar city, and he's a blue collar type of quarterback. Even though they try to say he's Hollywood, no, he's not. He's a blue collar type of guy. He grew up privileged, but Coach Prime didn't raise them like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't explain it. He don't act like it. He don't act like it, man. Yeah, he got the jury and all because he bought it himself. These players get money. See what I'm saying? So that's how these young people are. They like to. It didn't start with them though. It started with my generation. Excuse me, Coach Prime and them generation. That's where the jury started, and my generation took it over, and it just kept going from there. So that's where they get it from. So I can't even be mad at them for liking jury. That's the least. I mean, come on, man. That's just aesthetic stuff. That's just his style, like how he liked to dress. That shouldn't mean anything, man. You said the Saints quarterback is better. Who is the Saints quarterback? You said the Saints quarterback is better. Who the Saints quarterback, Jess? Guys, who the Saints quarterback? You said he got a rose and a maybe. Yeah, think about it. He already got that before he got to the NFL. Tyler, Tyler. So, yeah, Jess is trolling. But see, he's not a troll. I can't explain Jess. He's not a troll, actually. He does that, like, he'll take a player that nobody like nobody's really checking for, but he'll start checking for him. That's what he's doing. So now he's going to go with Tyler Soul now. Bro, Tyler Soul, man. I mean, is he good? I don't know. Like, his combine workout didn't look good. And I just didn't hear about him all year. Like, you know what I mean? I know he's older. I know he's been playing football a long time. I did see the throw. Yeah, he spent 7 years in college. Man, 7 years, man.
So we'll see what happens, man. But that's I think Cleveland got their quarterback, man. They love him. They're gonna love Shedeur there. Even though, I mean, that's not ideal to go to Cleveland. But however, Cleveland don't see it that way. They're gonna embrace him when he's there from day one. He's already there now, but yeah, he's gonna be embraced up there in the dog pound. Yeah, I've seen it. Tyler So throw. I saw it. Did he slip and he threw that? Was it like slipping out of his hand? I don't get why he threw it like that. I mean, in his position, they should have drafted. If they were going to not draft Shedeur, then go ahead and draft Quinn Ewers or Jalen Milroe in that spot. But anyway, let me get out of here, man. I appreciate talking to you guys. Um, we'll wait and see what Drew Rosenhaus going to do because I'm pretty sure he'll probably pick up Shedeur as well. And yeah, everything should be good at that point. I ain't worried about Drew Rosenhaus. So that's going to be good, actually, for him to jump on board. But anyway, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Thank you for joining. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Wait a minute. What you laughing at, Abby? Let me see. You said 7 years. Is he a doctor, a lawyer, a pharmacist? No. He been at it for 7 years. He don't seen every type of defense. Yeah, he don't see every type of defense. 7 years now. Thank you, Perry T.D. Chapman. Chatham. All right, y'all. I will catch you guys on the next one. Shout out to Drew Rosenhaus, though.